Hey everybody, welcome to another Roguary session. Kind of getting back into the swing of things after hiatus. For those that don't know, this is our attempt to beat every roguelike that I own, or that people will send to me. This is one of the that people send to me, because I've never played this. I just got it installed, ready to go, and we'll see how it goes.
I am a mountain.
I was just gonna make sure that it wasn't early access, because I wasn't sure if it was. It had a supporters DLC bundle, so I was like, is this actually a early access game? But no, it's full release. I know very little about it other than it is about climbing. So we'll see how that goes. Welcome everybody. And I do need to set up one other thing. We had our timer change from the last time that I did this, because the place that I was using went under. But this should be good. Should be work. Insurmountable with Bennett Foddy. Yeah, exactly. You get it? I hope. I don't think so. I wonder if this is a controller game or... I have no idea. Uh-oh. We have the boy! No, that's not what I meant to do. Hi! Everyone prepare! It's the boy and... freshly shaved boy. Check out our freshly shaved kitty.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, what do you
Naked
see?
boy.
Oh, boy.
He was getting really matted. We always give him a haircut every year because he struggles to keep himself fully clean, and he was starting to get kind of bad, so we got him the lion cut. Yeah, good to see you, Dad. He's now forgiving me. He was very annoyed at me this morning after the haircut. We have to give him gabapentin, and he hates getting taken into his carrier, so he was very, very mad. You were a little pissy guy. Yeah. You didn't like this. You had a bad morning. Well, you should appreciate it, because it's a lot of work for me to run across town and get you a haircut, and they doubled their price, which is still like one of the cheaper hair places in town for kitties, but you don't know how good you got it. No, you just don't. Alright. I might take a break at some point too, because I've been... No, buddy, no, you don't get to have my drink. Yeah, I see what you were trying to do. I see. I might take a break at some point because I did not actually eat supper yet. I had very little time today. I'm in the middle of wedding season, so it's getting really busy. And, I chose to instead of having lunch, I instead ran for 9 kilometers for my exercise today. Up and down the hills of my local parks. In like 31 Celsius. Oof. Goofy me. That sounds like the opposite of ingesting calories. Yeah, it's not what I should necessarily have done, but I did. It's okay. I now have ice cream. That's probably as good as supper, right? Or lunch, I guess. Because then I guess the burger that I made myself was supper then. Yeah, it balances it all out, exactly. Okay, in order to successfully complete a mountain, you have to navigate your character along the tiles to the marked goal. Time will not pass and your stats will not change until your character moves. Okay, so this is a tactical roguelike kind of thing, but with no combat. It's all about climbing. Left click a valid tile to add a checkpoint. Hey, Ghidorah. To which the character should move. You can add more checkpoints by clicking on other valid tiles. Click on the final checkpoint again to start moving. Right click if you change your mind. Alternately, you can press the move button to move or stop the character. You can also use the speed button to make your character walk faster. Yeah, we got a few climbing games added to this. It's not supposed to be locked in. No, I don't know why that locked. Sorry. It's not locked. In fact, there we go. The timer's back up again. I bumped the lock button and I forgot that I thought that if I hit it again, it removes it. But there's some reasons that I have that it doesn't. So, whatever. Press the move button to move or stop your character. Oh, okay, I see what they are. The speed button to make it walk faster. Oh, wait, did that close the whole tutorial? I guess, was I supposed to hit this to go to the next thing, or, I don't know. Cast your gaze. Did that turn off the tutorials? No, okay. Weird. Cast your gaze over the enormous mountain landscape. You have traveled across the globe seeking adventure, but this island is like nothing you have ever seen before. As far as you can tell, it is largely unexplored. The only information you could find were a few rumors about an unknown occupying force. On the way there, like, wait, what? Are we doing military invasion climbing? What's happening? It's good to see you, by the way, Blue Frost. Welcome, welcome. And everybody else that stopped in, Larian and Ghidorah and Dan and all of you wonderful people. And shake your head. Might be nice to have some answers, but your goal is clear. Reach the summit. Okay, I will say that this feels weird not being top down. Even the tutorial showed it as top down. How many movements do we get? So okay, body temperature, sanity, energy, oxygen when we're in the death zone. Okay. I'm guessing that's our movement. Huh. Recreational climbing in disputed territory. I guess. No, we still have that in it. Hold the V key to do it. Or middle mouse. Unexpected meeting. A gust of wind catches you and you almost fall into a deep fissure. You flail wildly with your arms, trying to keep your balance. Suddenly, someone grabs your wrist and pulls you back from the edge. That was close. Just a second later, and you'd have fallen to your death. That's very lucky that we hit a random person then. Press your luck. Okay. Your knees still weak. You take a look at your rescuer. She's a young woman in a threadbare anorak. There's a green stone fashioned around her neck with a leather strap. And they just give us food. Man, I'm going to be going on another backpacking trip on August 10th. And if somebody just like grabs me from behind and passes me food, I don't know that I'd eat it. Maybe I should just, learn to just love some pepperoni sticks from some people wearing forbidden green radiation jewelry. You can access your inventory by pressing the button on the screen or using the corresponding hotkey. You can only access your inventory when your character is standing still. Okay. There's the pack button. Got you. Certain items are consumed when they're used. Other items can be equipped to your character and remain active when equipped. Right-click items, the mouse to use them. Click and hold the mouse button to drag and drop items into other slots. When you find an item, you have to put it into your inventory. You'll lose it when you close your inventory. Oh, okay. Interesting. Some items can be used multiple times. Oh, it's off on the time. I see. Well, I'll redo it, I guess. I don't know why that would be happening. Let me try this again. There, that should be better. When you find an item, you put it in your inventory, blah, blah, blah. Same items can be used multiple times, as indicated by the usage bar on the items. An item cannot currently be used, displayed in a darker color. Gotcha. So we had to play a little bit of inventory Tetris, which makes a lot of sense if you've ever done any backpacking, because weight is a real thing. Let me tell you, weight matters an awful lot. Okay, and this is where we use energy? Yes. Got you. The middle mouse... Oh, we can middle mouse to go more up. Got you. That seems like the better way to do things. Weight is very much a thing. Yeah, I have a tent right now that's like 8 pounds is what I've been using. If anybody does any ultralight backpacking, or just backpacking in general, generally the rule is like 2 pounds, to give an idea. But I have a very old hand-me-down from 30 years ago that was extremely cheap even for that time, but it's been working, so. Although last time, boy, my calves were wrecked by the end of it. So we could have done another path down that way, it looks like. There's the summit. I'm like, how do we know what summit is? This is an interesting game. It's strange. Oh, we're gonna have to go down again, aren't we? Oof. I should have looked a little better. This is also gonna hurt our body temperature, I imagine. You had a hammock tent combo thing that was great. Yeah, the tent camping seems really good. The problem is that I'm having the same problem now, where I kind of want to get like a bear vault instead of doing bear hangs, which is like a canister that makes it so that animals can't get into your food and therefore don't get encouraged to come to your camp, rather than putting it up into trees, because putting it up into a tree, I can do. A bear hang is hard to do properly, but I do know how to do it. I use the PCT method, and I think I'm pretty confident in how good my personal bear hangs are. However, the hard part about it is not that, like, my knots are bad or stuff like that. It's that I'm hiking in areas with pine trees, which, as you know, go like, you know, and they have a lot of branches that are very tightly packed and lots of, like, you know, bristles and stuff off of them, right? Well, you need to have, for a proper bear hang, it should be 18 to 20 feet, the branch that you get like you need to hang your food off of, and it needs to be 5 or 6 feet out from the tree. And then that branch needs to be about 4 inches in diameter to account for the weight. There's just not a lot of places that have that. That's just not a thing in a lot of places. And then it gets even worse when you realize that then you also, like, oh, ugh, I got a hair in my mouth. It has to be away from your campsite by a certain amount, and also away from your cooking site by a certain amount. They call it the Bermuda Triangle. You need to have 3 points at least to your campsite, kind of thing, for different stuff like that. And so it's like, fuck. What do I do sometimes? I'm gonna walk onto this just to see if our body temperature changes. No. I can't, like, see any information on these squares, huh? Because I'm wondering if, like, are certain squares better for others? Oh, we've got skills. Okay. This is a really interesting idea for a game. So you could go meet somebody, or you could go get this, or I could get this and then go to that. I think I actually like that. I'm going to go here, and then we're going to kind of go around and across. Now we get the terrain types. Okay. Rock, snow, and ice. Each type consists of a basic standard terrain and an additional subtypes. Cost of moving on any type of terrain, depending on your character's equipment and skills. Terrain subtypes can involve additional costs. Rock is just standard, no special properties. There's the rubble subterrain, which can trigger dangerous events. Okay, we've been walking over those. And grass is just same thing, fine. Snow has no problem. Snow drifts can trigger events. And deep snow can cause high energy costs. Got you. Ice is standard with no special properties. That's interesting. You'd think that there'd be something there. Let's get our little guy schmovin'. Discover a narrow strip of plants concealed behind towering rocks. It turns out to be nearly two neatly pleated rows. Wow. Okay, 2 neatly planted rows of herbs. Maybe I did need that food today. You marvel how tidy it looks. Did someone try to cultivate this frozen landscape? Hey, Okay. We're talking about all of the stuff that we do for going out and doing like backcountry backpacking trips and things. There's a thing called leave no trace. You don't take these things. Are you kidding? No, you don't pluck them out. Also, I'm going to take as many as I can carry. Okay, and this is the time. Got you. Extra sanity, but bad on our health. So we're just gonna go into the woods and do some shrooms. Got you. But the shrooms are good for us, as it turns out. I don't think I want to do that. Wait, how do I... There we go. Right click. Backs it up. Shoot. Not exactly what I wanted to do. Oh, that one has a plant on it, so it's unavailable. Got you. All right, let's just do it. I'm guessing that now is the time to rest. Yeah, there we go. Good way to restore energy. You can look for a cave symbol on the map and make camp there. Oh god. Okay. I live in bear country and I'm going to be going solo backpacking. It's been a little scary because basically on the same trail that I'm going on, there's actually a hiker that went missing within the last week and they're looking for him. And then every time that I look up any video about where I'm going, it's like, wow, there were bears just in the area just now. Wow, grizzlies came into our camp. Wow, grizzlies tried to get our food. And I'm like, so don't go into random caves. That's not a good idea. Okay, so 55 energy. Got you. Sure, let's do that one. 10 hours of time. Wow. Late sleeper. It's more likely to get you nutty puttied than bared. There's a lot of things that are bad about going into random caves. You can have, like, yes, you can get trapped in them. There can be cave-ins. There can be bears. There can be other wild animals. There can be snakes. Like... You can end up with even things like gas will happen in caves where you don't realize. Isn't that the nutty... That actually might be the Nutty Putty cave, right? Was that a gas? Corrugated shipping container in the middle of the woods here. Nutty Putty was him getting stuck. Okay. You can get gassed. Like... Even things like that. Just don't go into random caves. This whole occupiers thing is very weird, right? You have Morlocks, Troglodytes. I've seen Descent. In the woods. Okay. If a crime happens in the woods and no one's around to hear it, does the crime really happen? Oh, and we got experience. Okay, we haven't... Is this experience? It is. Okay, interesting. Get our next skill. Reduce time cost when moving. Controlled breathing. Increased oxygen gain. And whenever you reach a point of interest, gain sanity. Let's go with faster movement. Oh, it's limited time effect. I see. Okay. This one also. I'm gonna do this one. We're really early. I don't think that we need the time that much. This has an art style, by the way, or like vibe. Maybe it's the music. It really reminds me of Dreamscaper. It's a very wildly different game, but something about it. Weather can change every morning. You can see the current weather in the forecast the next day. Got you. Clear weather, cold weather, stormy weather. We might need to eat a little food. Shit, I'm bad at that, huh? Random herbalist on the mountain. As you do. You just run into the mountain apothecary. I've seen this on some hikes. Spot a hunched old woman searching on the craggy rocks for edible plants. Let's just take the herbs. What is that? Huh. I have no idea what any of the symbols mean. I guess let's go to here, and then we can go and check out all the rest of these on the right. That seems like a good idea. Let's get a bunch of events to happen. Cave! Okay. Let's follow the wind. We said there's nothing better than caving, right? Countless stalactites hang from the ceiling, blocking your path. As you deftly search for gaps between the enormous rock formations, ducking beneath them, suddenly hear a grinding noise. That seems like a problem. You see something that makes your blood run cold. A short distance ahead of you is a corpse riddled with stalactites. A poor soul, if only you'd had your luck. Feeling more than a little queasy, you rummage through the fur pouch that he is carrying and find valuable equipment and leave. Raiding a body is interesting. You know what? I maybe should have laid down and slept. Although we need some food. You know what? I'm gonna need our climbing rope here for a minute. No. Yeah, the willingness to just loot a corpse says a lot about our protagonist. As you approach a skeletal tree, you discover countless red ribbons with golden lettering tied to its spindly branches. Unfortunately, you can't decipher the writing. You don't know why. But for some reason, you find this spot very moving. Alright, that was good. A limestone cave. You enter an expansive cave. Countless stalactites hang from the ceiling, some of which are longer than your arm. Water droplets trickle gently from the tips of the stalactites onto the rocks and pools below. The soothing tinkling sound they make as they land leaves you feeling calm and relaxed. It's interesting that they're talking about so much water, because limestone caves specifically, I've done some spelunking back in the day, by the way. I always liked, we traveled a lot when I was a kid, and we always went to caves. And limestone caves suck all the moisture out of things. I remember that because there was one cave formation that we went to in the US where I think it might have been under Rushmore, where they made a bunker in case of nuclear fallout to have people live there for like months. And they were like, yeah, it kind of shows how committed or like well thought out these plans were. Like, either they didn't think that they would ever actually need it, or they didn't plan very well at all, because it was a limestone cave, and they showed us like there was a mummified sloth in there from before sloths went extinct in North America, because it mummifies everything inside of it because all the moisture gets sucked out. They're like, if you're in here for any amount of time, like after a few weeks, you have to have like 3 or 4 times your regular amount of water. And then there was also, they went through all the barrels of goods, and I remember they were like, also, there's all this stuff packed, and here is the single barrel of toilet paper for like the thousands of people that are supposed to be in here in the case of like Cold War nuclear disaster. It's like, yeah, no, they're not. This is pure bullshit. Our sanity goes up. Yeah, just install a bidet into the limestone cave. Seeing the huge sloths from, like, last Ice Age is really cool, though. Caves are terrifying, by the way. I loved spelunking. Caves are terrifying. The idea of getting lost in a cave is horrible. There was one cave that we went into. I can't remember where it was. It might have been Lewis and Clark Caverns, where you get a few 100 feet underground, and everybody has headlamps, and then they go, okay, so we're going to do something. You're not allowed to move. And we were in like a big wide open area in the cave where like there was no real danger, but they're like, nobody move. You have to agree to this. What we're going to do is we're going to turn out the lights in the cave, and everybody's going to turn off their headlamps, and we're going to sit in the dark for a minute and just experience that. And so you sit there for like 3 or 4 minutes as the darkness is around you, and then they start asking, they're like, hey, can you all see? Did your eyes all adjust to the cave? And you're like, yeah, no, you can see the walls. And like, you can start seeing all of the things that are around you. You start seeing all the stalactites again. You start seeing like, you know, little holes in the wall and little bridges and like little rock formations and all these kinds of things. And then they go, okay, everybody can see stuff. And you're like, yeah, like you can see a little bit, like your eyes have adjusted. Yeah. All right, turn on the lights. And all of it is different because your brain cannot handle, there is literally zero light at all because you are hundreds of feet underground and there is zero source of light. There's absolutely none. And because of that, your brain just hallucinates shit. So they're like, if you get lost in here, you will not know if there's holes. You will not know if there's dangers. You'll have no idea. You'll never be able to see your way out. There's nothing you can do about it. And you will go insane so fucking fast. It's unbelievable. And I'm like, yep, that's okay. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. It's incredible how you can very obviously see everything and it's all wrong. All of it's wrong. I mean, we already started stealing, right? So I'm gonna stop stealing now? Okay, we'll keep that for now. It's why you would carry lights with you and stuff. Sure, sure. But I'm saying that, like, don't go... I'm just... Your lights run out fast. Or, like, you can break it or things like that. Like, if things go wrong, things can go very wrong. It's just scary. Like, don't go into a cave without a lot of preparation. Good to see you, John Locke. That seems like a really good idea, considering that we have the other boots that we just changed off of the body temp stuff. So that might not be a bad idea. Okay, so how would I get to here anyway? Oh, right. Okay, go back and around. Sure. Honestly, I feel like that might be worth it. Because we get like a rest spot and... Okay, we get a question mark on these, but it doesn't... Huh. Interesting. Approach a can... Uh-oh. Oh, was this one of the danger things that could happen? I think it was. Have I heard of the Great Stalagpipe Organ? I'm pretty sure I've seen that, yes. Yeah, caves are caves are scary, they're also rad. Oh, acoustic chambers with absolutely no sound, you start to lose it fast. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. I like the idea of the sanity meter of just being like, there's things like heights that require a certain amount of mental fortitude. I remember seeing the Alex Honnold documentary bit where he just, like, freezes up in fear for a while, which is wild to imagine. Ooh, don't go into a crevasse. I'm gonna go into a crevasse. You did it! You hurriedly inspect the backpack. Its heft gives you hope that retrieving it was worth the effort. Discover valuable equipment. A helmet? These are some things that it would seem like we should already have. Like boots. Boots seem important. I feel like we maybe should have been wearing those from the beginning. Just me. What's that smell? Small water hole. So we get to see a cool light. Got you. Hell yeah, let's just wait here for a while. We're not gonna have much night then either, which is cool. Yeah, that's certainly not worth it. I'm gonna go with that for now, because we haven't had any problems at all with the oxygen yet. I know that's going to be more of an issue later, I'm sure, but we have some stuff for that already. We already got that oxygen tank from that weird lady that appeared for some reason. And give me one moment. Things got dark very quickly, as you just saw. Hey, look at that. We have light. Yeah, the idea of not being able to hear stuff is like you just start hearing yourself. You start hearing internally from like I've been in those sensory deprivation chambers. They're not really that weird. Lying on the ground are two dead mountaineers. Looks like they haven't been long. Recognize the symbol on their clothing. It's the same as the tent that we plundered. Creepy. Gotcha. More warm thoughts. Fresh air. Reduce time cost when moving and climbing while oxygen high. That seems really good when our oxygen is already very high. 12% time. That seems wildly good. Dang. Hey, seahorse. Good to see you. Low building catches your attention. It's well integrated into the landscape, so you almost didn't notice it. Architecture is modern and simple. Did the mysterious occupiers leave it behind? This is like... The occupiers thing is weird, because what does it mean, occupiers? Who is this occupiers? Where did we get here? Like, this is... It's such a strange setup for this. You hear a snarl from inside. Huh. Let me check my inventory. Do I have bear spray? A thing that everybody should always have. No? I'm gonna look around and stay outside. Use the climbing rope again, since we're about to do a bunch of climbing here. And on top of that, it seems like we're gonna run out of inventory space eventually. Trip and bang our knee, cursing up a storm. Kick the rock you tripped over, revealing a crack. And they used it to hide their possessions. 2 hours to examine it? I'm just gonna look at it a little bit. Touch something soft and then cut yourself. Well, shit. I didn't lose any health, though. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So for the terrain... How do we see the terrain stuff again? I don't think there is a way, actually. Huh. I feel like Bear Spray was almost definitely a third-party spell in 3.5 era D&D. Yeah. I mean, you've never had Bear Spray. You just live 700 miles or so from the nearest wild bear. Where do you live? If you live in North America, that seems hard to do. I guess... No, like, most of the... Even the southern U.S. has, like, black bears. Texas? I guess? If you're in certain parts of Texas, maybe. I don't know. I don't know Texas that well, but I think you're close enough to California that I don't know, 700 miles? Maybe. Maybe. Nearest wild bears are in Colorado. Bears kind of live a lot of places, yeah. I do love the scientific name for grizzly bears, by the way. It's always great. It's, I don't know if anybody else knows it. It's real good. You're the entire desert away from California. Yeah, I mean, it depends on where in Texas you live. Texas is very big. Yeah, also there's bears in Mexico that are probably closer. There's a lot of bears. There's bears kind of everywhere. You're in Toronto, nearest bears are in the zoo. Sure, but there's probably some outside too. There's a lot of bears, like Northern Ontario would definitely have bears. For those that don't know the name of grizzlies, by the way, for their scientific name, it is Ursus arctos horribilis, which I think is amazing. Because, yeah, no, they're, yep. I have seen grizzlies in the wild once. Like, up close. I was in a car, and we were on a small back road, and it was blocking the tiny little, like, off-road thing. And that was close enough, actually. It stood up, and it was 10 feet tall. And that was terrifying. A blanket of snow is creeping over the sloping terrain directly towards you. That's interesting. Let's not go into that. Avalanches are real. You think that Horribilis would be reserved for Kodiaks? Grizzlies are scarier than Kodiaks, from what I understand. Like, not necessarily... Kodiaks are big. They're about the same size, I believe. But, they are less aggressive, is my understanding. Although the real terror bears are polar bears. Polar bears are the only bear known to actively hunt people, like on purpose. You'll get grizzlies and black bears and stuff that predate on people, but generally like accidental or when they're starving. Polar bears just look at people and they go, yeah, no, that's food. And they will track and kill you. Are Kodiaks actually just grizzlies? I thought they were kind of different. I mean, grizzly is a subtype of brown bear. So similar subtype of brown bear. Because, like, Kodiaks are in more Russia, right? Yeah, because they're a subspecies just like the other one. Oh, and they're in Alaska. Okay. They do have a different scientific name. It's very similar to other grizzlies, it says. Oh, but they are much bigger. Fair enough. The biggest difference is that these tend to be even bigger than regular grizzlies. Got you. Yeah, they're both subspecies. Yeah. I don't know that I want to lose the time. But going across a frozen lake seems like a bad idea. I'm gonna do it anyway. Uh-oh. Oh, no negative effects, though, ultimately. Somehow. I was thinking it wasn't Kodiak bears. Oh god, what are the ones that are... There's another K bear I thought that was over in... What was I thinking? Like, there's the Kamchatka bear, but... Maybe that's what I was thinking of. There's another one that starts with a K that I... It's very different than a grizzly. It's not the Kodiak. I mostly have to worry about grizzlies. Black bears are not great either, but grizzlies are terrifying. Black bears are... They're not great, but manageable. Grizzlies are nasty. Yeah, grizzlies tend to leave you alone if you play dead. You can play dead with a grizzly. And that's kind of the advantage, actually. Because if grizzlies actually did bother to kill you, they'd be much more deadly in that way. I'm not thinking of a koala bear, no. Black bears may leave you alone if they aren't with babies. The other thing with black bears is you can fight them off. If you try and fight off a grizzly, it's known that they actually get far more aggressive. They take it personally. Oof. I don't have enough energy. I'm pretty sure he was asking for more oxygen. Did we just rob that guy and leave him to die? Well, I wouldn't know. I don't speak the language, so that's okay. Amazing. This is a hell of a mountain, by the way, that we're taking like many days to climb it. Yeah, don't try and running from any bear is a very bad idea. You can climb a tree from a grizzly, actually. However, you do need to find a very specific kind of tree, and you're going to have a hard time doing it. Grizzlies cannot climb trees because grizzlies don't have retractable claws, so they actually don't climb. However, grizzlies are very, very big and very, very strong, and what they will do is knock the tree the fuck over and not give a shit. So you need to find a tree that is so big that a grizzly can't knock it over, which is actually very hard to do. I think we did a really bad job of packing for this trip because it's like 3 days and we had one thing of food. But yeah, you don't run away from black bears by climbing trees because black bears have no problems climbing trees. If a black bear wants to get up a tree to get you, they will not give a shit. Not a problem. Yeah, you don't run from a big cat. You don't run from any predator. Yeah. Running from predators says that you're scared and prey. Wow. No, we're gonna... Okay, listen. I might do some thieving, but I'm not gonna do a leave them to die. critical status. I see. Gotcha. So it's like, you need to rest again. This is going to be a problem because I don't actually have that much more. God, this tent is also real shit, by the way. Good thing that, listen, it's fine that we don't have any food. We have lots of places to lay down and sleep. Almost the same. We got the exact same event, huh? Interesting. Although this time it actually hurt us. Although, again, no health lost on that, weirdly. I feel like briefly is actually okay this time, because that brings us most of the way up. Otherwise we get 55, which we're then wasting a bit. I can tell you, I don't actually know about crocodiles, or it was always Komodo dragons was the one that I heard that about too. Was like lizards you can serpentine. I remember that even from like some choose your own adventure books that I read as a kid, where that was an option that you could run in a zigzag to get away from them. Yeah, let's search the tents, because it seems like maybe, I don't know, by searching this tent we could take the tent so we could sleep again. That seems like a good idea. No? Alright, sure. Yeah, just run away from a crocodile, because if you just don't go near the water because they don't like going on land. Fair enough. That seems reasonable. I don't move. Okay. Like, it might knock onto a thing and bounce away. Okay, we finally lost a little health. There we go. Good thing that barely hurt us. We're a tank of a person. I just took a boulder to the shoulder and went like, yeah, oh, no problem. It's okay. Crocs can climb chain link fences. That's fun. That is fun. It keeps saying it on the cover. It's like, hey, by the way, this is a tent filled with tea. And then I'm like, hey, I should search it. And it goes, you find tea. And I go, dang, right, okay. I'm keep on looking for like, oh, I don't know, food, a tent. The stats in this are psychic ability, energy, temperature, and grenades. Pretty similar. It's sanity, because the mental stress of climbing, which is actually really smart. I like that one a lot. Just like going out onto like narrow ledges drains your sanity. You have your body temperature, you have energy, and then you have oxygen for when you get into the death zone of the mountain. The thing that we're running out of is energy. So I really don't want to do that. Let's look around first. Uh-oh. Oh, God, increased energy cost. At least we got a tent? Funny, that's going to give us a bunch of energy back, so it's awkward. That's a... Huh. Okay, so let's use an herb. I do wish that we could rotate these. It feels weird that I'm not allowed to rotate things. That seems like a fundamental bit that you should be able to do here. Do you know what I mean? Oof, going on this ice is not amazing.
Yeah, just rest your head.
Yo!
There.
Reason for the season! Thank you for the 62 months!
Reason
How
for
you
the season
doing?
just subscribed.
You go carefully across a glacier is what I'm gonna say. Crevasses are terrifying. You're diligently checking the ice and the ground opens up and you slide into a crevasse. I was careful! Dang. Still tending to your blood in you when you notice the walls of ice shifting from the ridge and the rift above you getting narrower. Are we going to be crushed? I injured both legs. Cool. It's almost like I shouldn't be crossing the mountain at the middle of the night on a glacier. Aw, thank you, Reason. It's so nice of you to be here. Things have changed a lot over time. Yeah, 200 legs this high up on a mountain alone in the middle of the night while you're climbing through a glacier. It's fine. You're good. The decreased energy cost seems like the best one. We have ways to get back body temperature. Anytime we use a consumable, and we have a lot of oxygen, like so much oxygen. Your metallic clanging, as though someone is banging a hammer on a heat pipe. Well, let's take a look at that. Take a few steps, the clang gets louder, but it is so dark it's hard to say how far away the noise is coming from. Don't go into a cave in the dark. Just don't go into caves generally, but boy, really don't. Yeah, it's cool. You just got your hand on the wall. That'll be fine. Suddenly, the noise stops. You wait a moment, but nothing. Just endless darkness and bitter cold. Well... Dang. You're scared, really scared. That could have ended badly. Lose a bunch of oxygen, lose a bunch of body heat, lose a bunch of sanity. Don't do it. That's a bad idea. Got you. Let's lay down. Okay, now everything is taking oxygen because we're in the death zone. Uh-oh. Storm now too, huh? I'm going to do stay warm, though, because our warmth is definitely in more of a danger zone than our oxygen. Although that might change very quickly. Hopefully you've been doing well, though, Reason. It's nice to see you again. Even though I don't do too many more card games, it's still really cool to see all the old people hanging around every once in a while. A shrine. Steps have been hewn into the stone. Steps have been hewn into the stone, leading you to a pedestal of sorts. Some type of religious site or shrine. You're not a particularly spiritual person, but somehow this place feels holy. Might just be your imagination, but you pray to the shrine for... definitely energy. We've taken basically no health damage. It's wild that we just shrugged off the boulder. Oh, we had to go back down. Oh, I thought we could go across that. I thought it was a rubble, but not a impassable thing. You know, it might be better... I definitely like this line more than going up this straight ice. Although I'm wondering if this is going to end up being better in the long run. It's interesting. I feel like we're closer to the summit this side, though. Like, going that way is further from the summit. The summit's the only thing we need to care about. Yeah, legs are an ablative barrier. Exactly. Enter an extensive network of caves. Towards the rear, you notice an extinguished campfire. And there's a stranger bundled up in a fur blanket. Rob them! That's what we've been doing to everybody else. Hey, Ben! Good to see you. How did I end up with demonic mahjong? What do you mean? Like, how did it go or something? I haven't played it yet. How I ended up getting the game was that Loaf Sneeze very kindly requested it and put in a donation for it at one point. Same with Path of Akra, which we got back onto the list and I'm really excited to see. It was very fun the first time. Oh, we have Naked Boy. He got his haircut today. Oh, you're a good boy. I heard you getting some extra food.
The boy.
Which is funny because when I went and checked on food for you earlier, you came up here begging me for food and you tapped me and I got up and went downstairs to feed you. And then I looked over and you ran to your food bowl and started eating because you had lots of food left, but you thought that you needed to be fed. So you had to check first and make me come see. You little idiot. You just assumed you didn't have any and made me come and look with you. He was like, I'm pretty sure I don't have food. I'm going to go check and make this person come do it. And then I'm like, you already have it. And he was like, yeah, okay. Sounds good. Fair play. I'm not going to just wake the person up. That just seems rude. I really like the idea of this game. It feels weirdly unpolished in some ways or something. Like, mostly in the way that the story and the idea of you climbing is just, like, wild. Because, like, we've been on this mountain for, like, 2 weeks. The time part of it is strange. Like, it's fine. It's just a game mechanic. But it's just... It also still seems a little weird. Or that, like, we get back energy from sleeping or food, so we eat 1 can of food and then sleep like 30 times, and it's strange. You mentioned it when you first bought the game for me. Yeah, it's really cool. I like this thing a lot, though. Like, the actual game... The game mechanics are neat. Yeah, the world building and stuff is very strange. But, like, the way that it actually plays out, like picking a path up the mountain, is a really cool idea, and it works well. At the foot of a slope, you stumble across the remains of a building. Did it belong to the occupying forces? Yeah, like, what? Why is there an occupying force is very strange. Hi. Oh, it wasn't a roguelike at first anywhere. Interesting. It was just beat 3 mountains. Got you. Huh. You go down there and search for provisions. Buddy, that's not very helpful. Uh-oh, we discover human remains. You breathe in sharply, shocked, and try not to disturb the body. Who was this person? Were they part of the occupying force? Or a looter, like you? Were they a crimeser? Dang. Just get experience. I really wanted the provisions. Uh-oh. Yeah, that danger train got us. As you attempt to jump over a pile of debris, you slip and catch your foot in a crack. Your ankle is in agony. You laboriously clear the rubble rock by rock. You don't want to take any risks, just in case your ankle is sprained. Takes a while, but eventually the crack is wide enough for you to gingerly pull your foot free. Just a graze. Okay, so we're fine. Only a little bit of health damage. Also, I'm going to use this again. Even just because it helps give us a little bit of body temperature back. Because of our consumable stuff. See, like, there's all this stuff over here, but the summit's there, so... I'm gonna head towards Summit. Thanks. Not being able to see in the night here. It seems like there was the option to maybe get like a torch item and things like that. I wonder if that would help us. I could certainly use it. Ooh! That's a lot of danger things to go and get an item. I think we just climb. The story's kind of jank because it's just shoehorned in to explain the base camp mechanics. That's fair. It's not necessarily bad, it's just weird. It doesn't... It's very mysterious, but in a way that... I agree with Larian that, like, I like the strange worlds, and I'd like to know how we got here more. But it's kind of done... I think that it's just the vibe of it. It's making it seem like, well, no, everybody just finds an abandoned island full of unclaimed, like, unknown mountains that have an occupier force on them, which Like, there's no description. Like, what does that even mean? That's the part that's weird to me. If you ended up, like, going... Like, honestly, I could see a better setup for me personally. Would even be something weird, like you get on a shipwreck while you are going to do an adventure thing, and you end up on a different island, and then you're like, wait, but there's all these people here, but they're not from any country that you know. Like, something like that would be more, like, that'd be stranger, right? Like, I don't know. Because then you'd be like, what country is it? What, like, who lives here? Why are there people on, like, an island that's not known, and they would be on these mountains? Like, something like that at least is... But this one's just so vague that it doesn't really have the mystery even. Like you're saying, Ben, it kind of feels like the whole, shit, we gotta put something in here, and then just jamming a thing in, which is, it's fine, but I feel like it could honestly have just been left out even, and I wouldn't have noticed the difference. Like, it didn't need to... Saying occupying force is weird. If it just said, left here by previous explorers or other people, even if it said other people, it'd be more interesting, or, like, less weird, like, off-putting. It's such a strange way to word it. Yeah, exactly, Larry, and it's not getting filled in on that at all. Fuck yeah, mountain tea. Bam. Tea get. Okay, let's use our tent. And we'll summit in the dark, like you should. As everyone knows, it's best to climb to the top of the mountain when it's pitch dark. Your heart feels light and full of joy as you stand on the summit, the hardship of the climb already forgotten. You savor the moment. It is yours, and yours alone. What an adventure, what have you? Off in the distance you can see more mountains, higher even than the one you are standing on. And what's that? Something stands atop one of them, long and thin. From this distance it looks like an antenna, but that can't be right. You want to take a closer look, but you aren't done exploring yet. First you have to get out of the death zone and find a safe place to take a break. Wait. Is that not... Oh. So that's not a run then. Our mission does include getting down safely, it seems. Oh, I see. Well, shit. You lean back against the rock face. A distant melody reaches your ear, soft and tender and beautiful. You close your eyes for a moment, breathing deeply and evenly. Keep listening. The music seems to be coming from inside the mountain. Okay, we want the reduced energy cost because we have... Our energy is definitely the lowest again. Alright, let's go down that route. I think that's okay. Shit, I assumed that when we got to the top, we get like a cutscene and be done. Oh, I should have gone this way. Or not? Oh, that's because we'd run out of energy. Got you. Ugh. Yeah, I hecked that. Let's go up here. Use the tent again. Should have looked a little closer at where we were going. Because we don't want to go across that dangerous rubble if we don't have to. That's where bad events happen. We don't need that. At least it looks like it's pretty easy to get to the base camp from where we are. Yeah, I was going to say, for a lot of people, summiting Everest is the end of it. Also, I did just watch a video of a dude climbing... What was it? Was it Palermo? No. Just give me a second here. It was him. Pelmo, right, in the Dolomites, which, by the way, fuck this, fuck all this. I'm very afraid of heights. I hate heights. And I'll show a brief glimpse at this, because, oh my god. It was like, this is one of the scariest hiking trails I've ever seen. And I'm like, yeah, yep. And he was going to try and get down without walking back down it. So, like, how do you get to the top of this? Oh, that's your hiking trail on gravel. So, like, you know, just... like, all this fucking loose stone as you walk... across that. No, 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 no. Nope. No, don't like. Don't, like, oh god. But, when he got to the top, he was just gonna do that. So, you know, hey, maybe they're just gonna base jump off of it. You never know. Yeah, it looked very fun and safe. It looked way, way, way worse than almost any climbing video I've ever seen. Because, like, there's no place to put any climbing gear. So it doesn't use any because it's all just, like, loose rock. Like, it's all just constantly falling scree, as they call it. And it's like... there's some later spots where he's, like, basically climbing up and down over things. And he's holding his camera while doing it, like, on a selfie pole, one-handed. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Give me every grizzly bear in existence. I'll take them all at once rather than do that. In a fight, right? Yeah, sure, whatever, I don't care. I would rather have to try and fight my way out of every grizzly bear that lives in my entire province in Canada than go up that fucking mountain. Fuck that. Dang, Or out of energy. I need to rest first. Oh, well. Well. This is why we went for a lot of energy stuff, because we were running low. It's weird. Having not eaten for 9 days, but just getting lots and lots of good sleep, like 10 hours of sleep at a time, has not actually been that healthy for our character. Shooting stars. While staring at the starry sky, you notice a shooting star. You quickly make a wish for energy. Give me energy. Also, I got robbed the last time that I went into the mountains, like a couple weeks ago, because it was cloudy all night, so I didn't get to see any stars. It was a little sad. An oxygen mask. I'm good. Yeah, well, I guess I can do this. You hurt your knuckles. Uh-oh, and I hurt my hand? Yeah, that was a really bad idea. The one thing that I had that was nice about that, though, I don't think I ever actually showed on stream the pictures from that trip. Which was just, I see it was a while ago. It was less than a week ago? It was exactly a week ago. This was my morning a week ago. It's been a long week. Having to say goodbye to our one kitty kind of put me into a spot. But I did wake up to that in the morning, all the mist coming down off the mountains. So that was nice. And then I got to have my breakfast here, which is very fun. I was in a field of daisies. No, 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 no. Buddy. Yeah, you can't lick that. Sorry. Just a second, I might have to do something with him. So yeah, I had my coffee and stuff in a field of daisies, and I made myself some chocolate pancakes in the morning. However, I don't want to make people get the wrong idea. Cooking on those little camp stoves like this to make pancakes is actually like really hard and does not work well at all. And so most of the pancakes were not very good at all. Yo, is that a funny little titanium spork? It sure fucking is. Hi, I know that you want to lick that. The problem is I put a little bit of booze inside of my ice cream, and that's not a good idea. You don't want to be licking that, okay? It's a very small little ring there of condensation from it, but I'm just worried. All right, buddy? I don't want you to get sick. It's not a good idea. So yeah, I just had a very little trip. It was nice. So this has got me thinking about all my cool outdoor stuff. I'm excited to do more. I'm going away again in like 2 weeks for a day or two. Restore my sanity. Other than the whole, there's like people constantly going missing apparently this year in exactly the area that I'm going, so we'll see. Mwah. Steps have been hewn into the stone, leading to a pedestal. I guess health. Hi. Aw, that's very nice. So here's the thing. I don't want to do too much climbing up anymore because then I have to climb back down. We need to get down to that base camp. So... I don't really want to go for that. Kind of no matter what I do, it seems like we're going to be stuck going up and down a little bit. I might go this way, although this seems much better. Can I not? Why does it not want me to do that? Oh, because there's way more of a drop off there than I realized. Got you. I'm gonna go see what this looks like as we get closer. Yeah, that base camp's a fair bit away. It's mostly like that it's awkward terrain to get there. A long crevasse hinders your advance. Near a spot you could attempt to jump across. Yo, we could jump, right? Yeah. You almost make the jump cleanly. Okay, but a little bit of health loss. I'm like, what do you mean almost cleanly? What does that mean? See, like, okay, what is... Oh, we're back in Death Zone? Really? Why would we go... How would that make us back into Death Zone when it's this low? Huh. Wreck. You discover the wreck of a plane crash. Yeah, time to take a look. Nothing useful. Dang. Let's follow the wind. There's a lot of this same event happening, which is unfortunate. Yeah, like here's another... Oh, there's another person there. You steal something from them. Exact same thing. Awkward. Okay, yeah, that is just the suggested best way also. I'm wondering if we take some of our gear across on like our next run. You spot a deer stand between two skeletal trees just ahead of you. So consider walking over the deer stand. In search of precisions, you hear rumbling. You hear an avalanche. Wait. What? And our choices are search or just wander off. Weird. Hey, Hecate. Mountains are cool. I don't like mountains. I'm not I'm a very weird person in that I like hiking and I want to go... I like even solo camping and going out like many, many kilometers out into the wilderness where there's not even really any trails and just finding a spot to camp and setting up and doing like survival shit. And I don't want to be on any heights at all. Don't give me any heights while I do it. I hate heights. Thing is too, people are all like, but the vistas, and I'm like, going through a forest is way cooler. All the wildlife and stuff you see, I think that's way more interesting. All the things that can eat you. You also hate heights. Hell yeah. Uh-oh. Got hit by an avalanche and dug ourselves out pretty good. Take cover, survive an avalanche. So I guess we got very lucky there. I see. You enter a cave, it's dry and sheltered. Let's just lay down and sleep. Hey, good to see you, Merc. The rogueliking is going okay. I think we've got this one. Yeah, we can lose some sanity. We're good. Upper legs down. Oh. Rough fibers through cut into your palms. You're almost on the other side, and the rope suddenly goes slack. Ow. Oof, that's a little terrifying. So what was that status effect? Huh. I guess I don't get to see it afterwards. I don't know if there's anywhere... Oh, there's the... temporary. Injured torso. Hurts to breathe. Got you. Are there Yetis in this game? I haven't seen any yet, but honestly, there could be. An old woman sits in front of a crooked hut. She motions you to sit with her and recharge your strength. Sure. Let's get a little health back. What the fuck is that? Is that underwear? Is there like a chastity belt? A koala bear face? Hands shaking? Could be anything. Probably one of those is more likely than the other. The koala, I think. Oh, fuck. I wasn't fast enough. I should have gone this way instead of going across the dangerous area. Goat! Just goat. You encounter a goat. I mean, gotta have some spooky mountain entities. Let's go. That seems pretty good. That's a mountain entity. The mountain goats. You got to see them earlier in concert this year? Dang, good for you. I'd love to see mountain goats. Messing with a wild mountain goat sounds very dangerous. You don't fuck with any wildlife. Yeah, the real answer there is absolutely do not feed goats. But if you do feed goats, make sure you get to smoke that sick goat herb when you get home. Exactly. Would you like... Man, we can trade our sick goat sticky icky for a tent? I mean, I would say no, but we have a lot of that goat sticky icky, so sure. I think we have made it. I'm feeling good. Your path leads you across a narrow ridge with snow and ice deposits on the edges. Beyond the edges, the mountain falls away steeply. One wrong step and you'll plummet to the depths. Should you risk it? Let's make the detour. Like, I don't... Can you imagine plunging to our deaths when we're there? I can't. I'm not doing it. Steep cliff rises in front of you. Can you find a place to rest here? A narrow canyon runs down the middle of the crag, then turns off the side, and a steel door is blocking your way. You approach the door intending to examine it. Suddenly you hear grinding and squeaking. Shocked, you take a step back as the door slowly opens. Glaring light pours out and you hear the shrill sound of a siren. As if in a trance, you walk towards the light, carefully placing one foot in front of the other. The world begins to swirl around you, faster. You Feel dizzy, the siren is higher now louder, and you fall forever. Okay, now we get to go. There we are. As everyone knows, every mountain adventure needs to end with falling forever. Give ourselves that trophy. We earned it. Where are you? What happened? Confused? Don't worry, that's normal. The time loop? Who is she? Could you be hallucinating? You spot the glowing green amulet. Maybe if you're worried about radiation, you might want to take the glowing green amulet off of you. I don't know. Would you have believed me? Not at all, right? I need you to come with me. It's important for you to see it with your own eyes and to actually experience it for yourself. I know how insane this all seems, so first things first, we're in a time loop. We're stuck on this island, but I have no idea how we might be able to escape. Just need to perform some calculations first. Yeah, this entire time bunker plot didn't exist until 2 years after release. Yeah. Already thought of a way you can help. As soon as you feel recovered, you should go out and try and find some information. Getting out there will also help you improve your skills, become more experienced. Take my amulet. Hiking staff. Ooh, flashlight. Okay, and it does increase our light radius. Interesting. Okay, I was wondering, I'm like, got you. That's how many things you can take from the base. And then this is our unlocks. What does the gold trophy mean? Do you mean these? They're just upgrade points for different characters, it seems. Oh, on my overlay, that means that I won. It's how many runs I've won for the evening and how many runs I've lost. I'm going to adjust the overlay too when I get a chance so that it's more obvious and so that we have a second one. Wait, did I win? Yes, it said success. We're in an in-between area. No, I won. I did fall into a crevasse at one point, but no, we won. This is a run clear. We're now looking at like upgrading people and we got a success. I gave myself a participation trophy for beating the tutorial. Hey, listen. That's a tutorial that you could easily lose. I can do another one. It gives you choices to even pick difficulty and stuff there. Yeah, I fell for plot reasons. No, there was difficulty at the beginning. Huh. So why is there... Oh, I see. Okay. Gotta unlock them on a side mission. I thought the yellow, red, and blue would also correspond with that, but I get it now. Falling forever, you'd eventually die. Yep. Well, probably, unless, like, there's also an equal amount of all of the necessities that you'd ever need also falling with you so you could get them. No, I'm taking my trophy and running with it. I will set up for another time because, hey, guess what? New runs can get added. You can always do new ones. That was a win. It asks if you want to have the tutorial, and you can disable it. If I can just disable any of that, we're good. I don't know if I need that. Kind of like that. Although this thing is kind of wildly good. Kind of like that. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, Larian. Oh no. I see the equipment. Left click and drag. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, letting me step on landmines is the correct thing to do, unquestionably. Like, you right. You absolutely right. Wow. Oh my god. Okay. So then we would need to try and do all of these side runs and stuff. I mean, if I get to a success screen, we've always considered that the end of a run. I'm not going to do like 30 runs and say, because like what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Like doing 17 of these for 2 hours each kind of thing as like one run. That's way more of a 100% kind of thing to my mind. That being said, again, you just have to spend channel points to like add games back onto the list and get rerolls and stuff like that. So I'm sure we'll see more of this. And at the end of it, so it'll happen. Proficiency. Oh, I missed this. Okay. We want to have a bunch of different games as much as we can. And it looks like our next game is Barony. Yeah, we will definitely do more of this for sure. Okay, I see. I do see how you say that it's like to get characters back. Interesting. We'll have to check that out again for sure. What does this? We're just getting like an endless loop of these. Is this a publisher thing or is this? Oh, because it's Daedalic, of course. So it's all the Daedalic stuff. Got you. Okay. I was like, has this dev done like 100 games that I just don't know of? Because we've had like 12 or 13 or like we've had like a dozen plus different games show up in the top here, and I'm like, what is happening? But it's a Daedalic games. It's got a bunch of them. It's funny that we haven't actually seen they didn't advertise for Golem in that one. Well, I tried multiplayer for Barony. No, I've never played Barony at all, so no. In fact, it's saying that we still need to install it. Wasn't Golem a train wreck? It was two trains hitting each other on the same track, exploding and taking out a like fireworks factory next to it, and that fireworks factory setting off like a series of wildfires. Yeah, no, the Golem game is it's bad. No, it's bad, bad. Why is Golem being pronounced like Golem? Is it? I didn't think it was, but sure. Poor Daedalic. They're a big publisher. They can handle it. Daedalic's been around for a while. They have some stinkers. Yeah, the Golem game was like a renowned, like... It was a renowned disaster. It wasn't a little one. It was a... It was a disaster for the ages, is what it was. But let's move on to Barony. I want to get into, let's do a bunch of different roguelikes again. We're going to clear a bunch of these. We got to get some clears. Gallum. I would say Golem, yeah. Would you call it Gallum? I said Golem, yes. That's exactly what I've been saying. I'm confused. Until the Baron Herx rose to power. Fucking Herx. God damn it. Spurred by visions of riches and power, the Baron forces people to mine the hills, looking for signs of a legendary ancient treasure. Chafing under the yoke of their master, the people plotted his demise. They tricked him with tales of unearthed gold and sealed him in the mines. Hell yeah, we need Cask of Amontillado more royals. But strange happenings plagued the town. You're going to suggest an incentive for another completion. That is a thing! That is in there! You're going, like, that is literally an incentive. If you look, so like, I mean, let me just make sure. In the people threw no quarters at Cud. Yeah, there's literally add another attempt. Oh, no, well, but that's, yeah, that's adding extra hearts. Right. But there is a, like, lock in next game, re-add a game at random, or add on a new game of your choice. Which can be, like, I guess it shouldn't be new game. There were a big pile of extra attempts, but it was all through, Also, Dungeon Man's was, yes, Dungeon Man's is a big one. But, like, nobody threw quarters at me. I'm doing a lot of these through channel points because I am a dummy and I always do things that are free rather than ask people for money. Why would I need money for all this time that I spend on it, right? Okay. Read sign. Pause the look and turn. Well, okay, do I want to do... Let's just play the game. Let's just do it. I just believe in me. Wow, there's a lot of character types. Ninja Sexton. The Joker. Seasoned trader, skilled in the markets. Here, I need to make this bigger. Oh, did Daedalic close all of their development over how bad Golem was? That's awful. Oof. Did any of the Daedalic games, though, like, I always felt like it was their, it always felt like it was their published stuff that made a splash anyway. I mean, not that those people don't deserve to have a job. I guess they did Deponia. I remember that being a thing. That was kind of known. Yeah, a lot of it... Yeah, a lot of stuff that I just never really heard about. A lot of adventure games is the thing they were known. No, they developed a lot of their stuff. They developed, so there's Edna and Harvey, The Breakout, 1.5 nights in search of the ravishing princess Herzalende, the Whispered World Tutors, Wolfgang Holbein's The Inquisitor, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Immortal Lovers, The Chronicles of Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet, A New Beginning, Edna and Harvey, Harvey's New Eyes, The Chronicles of Shakespeare, Midsummer's Night's Dreams, Borgia, Deponia, The Dark Eye, Chains of Satnav, Chaos on Deponia, Night of the Rabbit, The Dark Eye, Memoria, Goodbye Deponia, Blackguards, 1945 Alcatraz, 1954 Alcatraz, Deponia, The Puzzle, Ed and Harvey, The Puzzle, Deponia, The Complete Journey, Blackguards 2, Fire, Ung's Quest, Anna's Quest, Deponia Doomsday, Silence, The Long Journey Home, Ken Follett's The Pillars of the Earth, State of Mind, A Year of Rain, The Lord of the Rings Golem. So, no, they developed quite a few things. I do remember hearing about The Dark Eye at one point. But, like, The Dark Eye was done... Like, that's a thing that was before Daedalic. That's just a branding thing that they did, right? Because Dark Eye is like a spin-off of D&D in Germany. Yes, okay, it's what D&D... Yeah, it's Germany what D&D is in the US. Yes, yeah. Lord of the Rings point-and-click adventure could have been neat. Alright, anyway, let's do... Yeah, we'll do this one. Sure. Oh, local wait. Do I have to do a lobby? Single player. Oh, ready. There we go. That would be a thing. What if I just hit the ready button? That might work. The Long Way Home has some minor success. My understanding is, like, they did... Okay, so that's our sneak. My understanding is they had, like, a few point-and-click adventure games that did moderately well, but also that, like, nothing did amazing. Sneak are the same button. Interesting. Tab, spell list is key. Oh! Okay, whoa! Got you. Oops. We'll do without assists items, sure. This is neat. Okay, I see why people like this. Oh, the current game is still sent to insurmountable. Sorry about that. I had forgotten to change that.
All the best.
Okay, also, just taking the torches off the wall rules. That's already pretty cool. No telling what it did. Well, is that good? I placed at position 1 on local high scores. I don't know what's the fucking problem. That seems okay. I got the best score ever.
Another mortal landmine to assess. Well, good luck, Cupid.
Okay. There was also... Spell was just B, that's what I was thinking. I will admit, I'm very much a fan of a game that's willing to punish me immediately like this. A little bit, anyway. It has potential. Okay. Fucking hell. God damn it. Yeah, this is very close to a traditional roguelike in style. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Nope. Guess what?
Batari just subscribed. Think we might need a do-over on this one.
we might. This one might go fast.
Best of luck, mortal.
Probably shouldn't have taken that torch, actually, because throwing axe? Yes. Axe damage. And it's blessed. So what's the blessing mean? Axe does seem better. That one was really loud. Yeah, I don't know why. We had this problem before, right? Where remember how they were all way too quiet? And everybody was like, wow, I can't hear any of the alerts. And then I changed them up and now people are like, I spent forever and people were like, yeah, we can barely hear them. And I was like, well, that's as loud as I'm willing to do it. I haven't changed anything since, and now it's really, really loud. So I will look at it again, I guess. Hell yeah, rat meat. I was just about to ask if there was a map anywhere, and then I noticed the auto map in my bottom right. An aged cream pie. I think I've seen that video. Uh-oh. Tempted to try this. I've heard it is considered very well beloved in the... oh, Jesus Christ. It is well liked in the roguelike community. Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, God, I'm at 1. Okay, I have hunger. Okay, I am regenerating. Got you. So we can just rest. Got you. I'm so nervous now. This feels like a trap. Oh, shit. boy, I thought, you know what? Let's do an easier, just like almost pure combat class. God fucking damn it. Okay, yeah, no, this is, got you. This is in fact a roguelike. Yeah. Ooh.
Another one joins the fray.
I'm starting to understand. Is there meta progression? Don't know. It does seem like there's something because, well, maybe not. Level 1 barbarian, no. I don't think there is. My guess is no, because my understanding is this game is actually very much a traditional roguelike in a lot of ways.
All the best.
Nope, shit. Owie. Thought I heard something. Oh my god. That's crazy, so many roguelikes have meta progression. Roguelites do. Roguelikes, or sorry, roguelikes do, but roguelites do. This is, I'm saying this one is more of a traditional rogue. So that's exactly my point. The more traditional ones will not have D5 things are getting complete. We can't leave the lines for some reason. But like more traditional ones will not have things like meta progression. That's a really big sticking point for a lot of the really hardcore rogue community. What are some others that don't? The only other one that comes to mind is Splunky. Oh, like any of the traditional ones. And Splunky does have meta progression. You can unlock, there's like the tunnel guy, right? Yes, Splunky definitely has meta progression. Filling out your, like, book too, right? Like, getting to learn what items are. So, when I say more traditional roguelikes, it's things like ADOM. It's things, so Ancient Domains of Mystery, it's Tome, like, a lot of it is top-down, turn-based, walking, NetHack, Moria, Dungeon Crawl, Stone Soup, Caves of Cud, ADOM, all that kind of stuff. The shortcuts leave you in a much more dangerous area with less stuff. That is true, but it's still meta progression. You haven't heard most of the ones being listed. They're the ones that are the most like Rogue, which is why there's like a really hardcore traditional community that's like, none of these other ones are roguelikes. And like, or rogue, those are roguelites, and the other ones are roguelikes. What, it's the whole thing is a fucking, who cares? I live in complete paranoia, darkness, and bitterness. I don't believe I will ever eat a proper meal with my family in a long while, if ever. Please report Baron Herx. Yeah, welcome to the wondrous world of roguelikes. A lot of those ones are some of the coolest, I will say, Solar Spark. They tend to be very steep learning curves for the more traditional ones. They will kick your ass real fast. They're amazing. Yeah, I would say FTL mostly doesn't. weapon degradation doing that. As usual, do not drink from random fountains in the dungeon. A real roguelike. Okay. Hi? Oh, shit! Fuck! Wait, what? But she was nice! Okay, so apparently pressing R on her made me try and make love to her, and then she murdered the fuck out of me. Got it. I just wanted to talk. I was just saying hi. I just liked her vibe from across this fountain. Yes, exactly, Solar Spark. Like, that's one of the things that a lot of people really like about some of these games, is that they are brutally hard, but realistically, you can beat it in the first run. Like, it doesn't get any easier. Although, a big thing about, like, the more traditional rogues is that they are, for me, there is meta progression in them. It's just the meta progression in all of these kinds of games is, I just learned a thing. Like, look at what I just learned. I learned, don't try and make love to succubus. Now I know. It's like internal knowledge. And I think that that's why people like that, is because the idea of the meta progression thing is just that, like, well, I don't have to learn anything about the game. I just need to grind it enough, and then it'll just inevitably happen, right? Whereas these games tend to be about, like, being really into problem solving. Like, for example, just a really... because this is such a cool, interesting concept in a lot of my absolute favorite traditional roguelikes, whatever. For example, in Caves of Cud, this is the one that I often go back to. There is a boss that killed me right away when I first encountered him in Caves of Cud. There's a point where you find an enemy, and this enemy is invisible. So you don't realize that there's even an enemy there at first. But then right away, you start being able to, like, okay, well, how do you deal with an invisible enemy? And in a lot of games, it would be like, get an upgrade that gives you the ability to see them, right? And there is some of that, because you can get mutations that might give you heightened hearing, so that you can tell where they are through hearing them. There's ones that might give you night vision, where you can see them when they're in darkness, specifically, so you can keep them in specific areas. But then you can also, like, build night vision goggles. You can do things like, I started being, like, on certain runs where I didn't have enough stuff at the time, but I really wanted to fight it. I was like, oh fuck, what do I even have on me? Well, I have a flask of water. How's that gonna help me? Wait, and I poured it in a circle around my character, so when they came towards me, they splashed in the water and their footprints showed so that I could tell where they were.
Dogs, they're coming.
You can just make friends with them. You can hide from them. You can dig through walls to get around them. There's, like, the ways to get around that problem are almost as varied as they would be in real life, and that's kind of the idea. Welcome, boys. We're just in the middle of talking about, like, the really interesting side of more traditional roguelikes, because we're trying Barony, which apparently is kicking the ever-loving shit out of me, because this game is actually very much like a traditional roguelike. Oh, fuck. where every little thing will kill you, and fast. Like, I tried to make love to a succubus by accident. By accident, it wasn't my fault. She just had a good vibe, okay? Lamb, a bow. Boinks has been doing Demon Souls, the remake, which is rad. I have no Riz confirmed. Tanya? I would agree, but unfortunately, for both of us, there's one thing that disproves that. I am one of those strange Rizless people that has managed to get a partner that makes no sense. Here, just a second. Fine. She's not around. Here, I'll show my own photos from a few years ago of a dance show that I did of hers. Because I'm a wedding photographer, and, well, I'm a photographer, period. But these were some of the action photos that I did. She's got to be in here somewhere. Where is my lovely wife? Okay, she is in here, right? Son of a bitch. There she is. Right in the middle. Does she know about the succubus? I mean, I'd tell her. Also, I just like these photos. These are a few years old, but I think I did pretty good on them. There she is again. Right there. Nice pics as usual. Thank you. I wish I could take a real camera on my hiking trips. That is more weight than I'd like to spend. Oh, fuck. I was like, I heard another one. I knew... God damn! That looks like some serious dance. They do a big show every year, yeah. This game is mean. Holy shit. Let me see.
Another one joins the fray.
God, I wonder if I can find... Yeah, okay. Here. This is her little website she has for modeling and stuff. Does she not have... We must have it on here. She's very fun too, because we did... Well, this is one of the photo shoots she did, where she did it with like a face hugger with a friend. She is the photographer normally. I thought that on here that she had... Dang. There was one where... Yes! Here we go. We did this quite a while ago. We did a Kung Fury photo shoot. You feel like the Roguary game should have an hour grace period or something? They have to be beaten, BS Ben. They will come back. This is not beaten, so it's coming back. That's the thing. Splunky's gonna keep doing that. These attempts are just getting kicked in the ass. Yep, they sure are. But yeah, we did a whole photo shoot of this. So we have some fun. I think that she has one of me doing one too. Oh, yeah, we also did this, God, a long time ago. God, 10 years ago almost. We did this one. 9 years. We did a gender-swapped Booker DeWitt, and she really liked BioShock, so we did this. And she really wanted to be Booker. So we did a whole photo shoot. And she was taking the photos while we were doing, like, while she's in them even. She, like, always holds her hand behind her back or something and just uses the remote trigger. She's very good. Yeah, if I don't win, it comes right back. And if I do win, people can just add it back. So, hey, you know, we might be doing this for a while.
Well, good luck, human.
Got some cheese. Helmet. Oh, okay, we've got a little bit of time more for the appraising. Let's see if we can figure it out. I'm gonna wait here for just a moment. This is interesting. This is really, really interesting. Cursed. Okay. I actually, man, a barbarian can tell what's cursed. That's kind of nice. I'm very surprised. Oh, God, I missed. Damn it. I love that I spent all that time doing it. Okay, we didn't get to identify any of these, because yeah, we don't have a high enough floor. Where do we see our hunger, anyway? I feel like there's gotta be a weird secret that opens that gate. Yeah. Interesting. I have a fair bit of health, so... Let's get out the throwing ones. Seems like a good idea. Oh, it's doing one at a time. Got you. Oh my god, okay. also cursed. Man, everything is fucking cursed. Yo! Alright, we nailed it. Oh, shit! The rats fight them. Interesting. We can sneak around things too, apparently. Oh, I can't see. Got him unaware! And I leveled! We got our first level! Okay. Shit, I'm losing blood. Oh, there's still another skeleton. Shit. Oh no. No, they can open doors! No! Son of a bitch!
Another one joins the fray.
God damn. Okay, Barony, this game is wild.
Well, good luck, human.
Okay. I'm getting smarter about things. I think. Okay. We got an upgrade. Look at that. Is this... I don't know if... Do I try and get the drop on them and do a murder? Or are they maybe friendly? Interact with human, okay. Oh shit! We get a friend. Okay, okay. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, that one's not friendly. Well. Rip Irene. Okay, troll stupid. So we're learning some things. Ow, ow. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Okay, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I don't like it. Yo, Juker! How you doing?
They're coming your way. They'll be here soon. Will you be ready?
Welcome, friends. Good to see you. We're doing a little bit of barony for a thing that we call Roguary, where I'm trying to beat every roguelike that I own. Oh no. No, no, no. Press the button. Press the button. Fuck. Okay. Oh, it's on timer. Okay. Oh, we don't want to fuck with that troll. This is a good one. I've never played this before. So I'm learning and getting my shit rocked. Welcome, friends. So yeah, this is Roguary. I'm Ilion. You can go to ilion.neocities.org to find out kind of all the different things that I do. Juker's been on our podcast quite a bit in the last while. Do I want to know what's funny with this game? Probably not, because I've just started and I am learning the funnies by dying a lot. I've been learning a lot of the funnies. Like, immediately. This is very a traditional roguelike. But I do a podcast called Rough Cuts with the other raider that came in, Boix, where we watch good boys and bad movies. We just put up a new episode just today. But I've also been doing this, which is, like I said, Roguary. We've been attempting to beat every single roguelike that I own, or the chat gives to me, keeps re-adding, stuff like that. It's more traditional roguelike than I expected, so I was getting my shit rocked real early. But I'm learning. I think. Yeah, this would be a really good co-op game. I've heard that about it. Alright, let's go loot all this stuff from our friend. I also do a thing called Da Cider, which we were doing yesterday. Or not yesterday, last stream. On Saturday? On Saturday, where we've been ranking DOS games. We've gotten almost 400 in. I did not mean to do that. Well, I'm gonna guess it's uncursed because we were able to unequip it. So that's generally a good sign that things are uncursed in traditional rogues. That's not generally the way you want to do things, but sure. See if we can go kill this troll. We got most of the way there. Where did he go? He was around there. Where did he go? Oh! That's him! Very quiet. we're gonna do a funny prank. I need to be able to see the stuff on the ground. Okay, there's one. Oh shit. Fuck yeah, I got him! Okay. Holy shit. Alright, we did it. Oh. I don't think we should drink. I know now that trolls will not be friendly. So let's maybe leave that one alone. Yeah, we lived long enough to get hungry, which is good, I guess. I'm really thinking... So this is a timer, right? I want to get his attention. No, shit. Oh, fuck. I was trying to crush him in it. I bet that I can. That was not good timing, though. Uh-oh. Oh, no. There's a minor problem here. The other one eventually moved. I'm not gonna wait too long. Oh boy. Shit. I was gonna try and sneak up behind him and hit him. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Yep. No, damn it! Okay. Now that we've done a few runs... Either warrior or rogue. I think I want to try the rogue. Alright, let's try that one. Yeah, no, that was known territory. I'd been there before. I'd looped them already that way.
Another mortal landmine to assess.
Okay, I was wondering if there'd be a noisemaker we could throw. Although, can we throw it? I don't know that we can. Yeah, it seems like setting it down, which is... Because I was thinking about throwing it over the troll. Like, if we could throw, like, a rock or something to get its attention. Okay, I definitely read that as non-binary Robin. Which, fair. Okay, so we don't have ammo, it seems. Brand new -2 plate mail? That kind of fucking sucks, huh? Oh! Oh! Mail as in, like, mail. Got you. I'm guessing that okay, it's cursed. Reading it probably gives me the curse, huh? It's probably not great. Wow. Hi. Guess what we've got, everybody? Get prepared. He comes. Favorite toy, your poof ball, that's supposed to hang off of one of your many clock towers. Hi, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what do you see?
The
Come on.
boy.
Don't just circle around. Come on. I know, that's nice. Come here. Up you go. Oh, yeah. If you got some kitties, spam them in the chat. Say hello to the boy. Also, I should probably, Cat has been, yes. He's been stripped. He needed a haircut real bad. No, no, no. You don't get my drink. Also, I would like to get a refill, but I haven't had a chance because this game's... Oh, hi. Everything keeps on adding something. I know, that's very nice. Thank you. Okay. Don't bite. Don't bite me, though. Okay, I don't like getting bit on the chin. I know you're trying to be nice. I don't love that. There we got Vladimir. Hi. Don't bite. Okay. Please don't bite. You're very nice, but I don't want you to be biting. Okay, we haven't gone down this hall. It's being a weird little guy, like cats do. Oh, it's already unlocked. Okay. I guess I should probably check that first. Oh boy. Rocks. I'm a loot gremlin in these games, though I'll still take it. waiting to praise that spear. The chest that we looked at. Vladimir, get him, buddy. You're doing great. Dang, what a great guy. Good job, Vladdy. So, our skills list. Swords 25 range. Got you. I see the way down. We've gotten through a lot more of this first level this time. I am not doing good at this game tonight. I mean, I've never played it before, but I'm just... Generally, I feel pretty confident in a lot of rogues. Boy, I've been doing bad. Pulling her umbrella proved her undoing. Got you. So is that like, the hole in her umbrella caused her to fall from the sky? Or, as I like, a fresh -1 cheese? Or as I like to think, the hole in her umbrella let rain touch her, and she's a witch, and therefore melted. Because I'm on the witch melting kind of train there. I get the feeling that I'm not going to want to break these jars all the time eventually. Also, that probably is destroying the value of these, right? Like, they do have weapon degradation, it says. Should probably be punching them. Huh. It's not hurting me. I might use more hunger, I wonder. It threw you off so much your mid-run in Verity and it got you. I've seen a lot of people do that, yeah. Hey, guess what? Okay, it would help if I hit. That would have been a great prank if I had actually hit it. I believe in Vladimir. I don't believe in Vladimir. Listen, I have faith in my friends. Is that faith misplaced? Well, sometimes. Does this like hurt our AC or something? Doesn't seem like it does. I wonder... It does make me think that we're probably less likely to be stealthy. But I don't know. Nothing that says that. Oh, kitty. Hi, you're back, huh? Oh, that does also increase our unarmed. That's funny. So I could also do, you know, let me think about it. If I wanted to level up, like, something like spears. could also do this as just like a break ship kind of extra weapon. Metal gauntlets and green cloak, and now I'm just Robert Downey Jr. Well, okay, hold up. What are you doing, buddy? Hi. What's happening here? Why are you're like... He's interested in something on the floor, and that scares me because you have no self-preservation. You will eat some dumb shit that will kill you. Okay, sorry, bud. I just wanted to check. You were just, I don't know, you were licking the floor for no reason as far as I can tell. Come on up. I know. You hit me to come up. I know. It's very nice. Oh, I didn't know that cormorants for ADOM. I've played very, very little ADOM at this point. I definitely need to play more. Yeah, I know, I was trying to open the barrels, but I didn't see any way to really do that without just breaking them. Oh, buddy. Oh, and apparently my camera's all fucky. I don't know why I have this problem. Tech is cursed, and I am now at the point where, like everybody, we are all doing the, we've all become like tech priests in Warhammer 40k. I'm rubbing blood on all of my machinery to make sure that it still works so that I can keep doing my job as a photographer. Because, buying new stuff? That ain't happening. No, now I just, you know, give up a few pints of blood and start trying to... say a few quick words over it and just put a little blood on that 5090. God, I wish I had a 5090. Make that RAM work for one more day, please, God, please. Oh, you're making good bread in my lap. Thank you, buddy. Okay, I'm almost certainly encumbered, right? Is what we're getting? Yeah. Gotcha. Probably don't need to have all these cursed items. Okay. Eating the moldy stuff, also still bad, got you. Probably could have figured that one out. Very net hack. Means I'm gonna need to find some food somewhere. We have a problem. We're having the very net hack issue. Fuck. Also, apparently there's a secret arena somewhere. Honestly, slowly starving to death is kind of perfect as a death in these games. Well, we're starving quite quickly, actually. Oh, fuck, it's the other side. I'm getting that mini-map wrong. Buddy, I know. Yeah, good boy. That's certainly helping. Oh, fuck. I am in so much trouble. Oh, shiz! Jesus Christ. Oh, and I can't eat any bat. Damn it. I was hoping there was bat meat. Oh, we have to go so far around to get this. I'm dead. You must eat food to regain health. Well... that was last attempt. Which means we have locked in Hypergalactic Psychic Table Tennis 3000. I'm guessing the cursed food would not have been good because moldy food was really bad too, which I could have known, but listen, I gotta learn. Sometimes you just gotta poke your hand into that stove. See if it's hot. There we go. So that was 8 attempts, huh? Okay. Voluntary challenges. I was penniless, ate nothing, and illiterate. Yeah, I did that voluntarily. Voluntarily thing I did. Maybe cursed food tastes really good. Maybe it's like veal, right? Or foie gras. It can be delicious and still cursed. It's true. But it is midnight for me here. Wow, there's 1,600 people playing. Dang. And I've had an absolute blast with this. I do have some things to do, and I gotta get to bed. I'm a wedding photographer. I'm in the middle of wedding season, so it is a very busy time of year for me. I'm gonna try and get back into a more regular schedule. We had some bad personal stuff come up recently also, exacerbating things a little bit, but I'm back now. I will be back tomorrow for some Cider, and we'll be doing some more Roguary on Thursday. So we'll start that out with some Hypergalactic Table Tennis, and then continue rolling through what people request, maybe get some new add-ons. I gotta put some cleared games onto the wheel for people to add, because we did a little bit of Insurmountable, which was a lot of fun. The climbing roguelike. So we're going to check that out. Other than that, if you like the stream, those follows mean a lot. I hope you have a wonderful night and a great week. And thank you again to all the wonderful raiders and lurkers and the subs that came by. Insurmountable came up as next game again. Yeah, I need to fix it now. Yeah, I didn't take it out. That was on me. It's fine. I'm going to host you over to somebody else, so don't worry. So stick around and I'll send you on over there. Wherever there is, we'll figure it out. And of course, again, if you go to ilion.neocities.org, you can look at all of our Roguary challenge and DOS Hider and everything like that. It has links to every single episode of this, all sorted by what game we're playing, and it tells you like all the stats, how many attempts and stuff we've got on things, how many times I've died, all that kind of stuff is all surfaced there. You can go check out our DOS Hider list and see which games I've ranked as the best DOS games of all time. It might be playing right now in your ears. Who knows? It could be. And like I said, I hope you all have a wonderful night. I'm going to host you to someone. How about my good friend Nick and Prince playing a little Dead by Daylight? Normally I'd host over to Juker, who is an amazing streamer, does a lot of cool retro stuff. I didn't mention that too much earlier. We all know who Juker is. There's so many of you cool raiders that came from there. And Juker is just fantastic, a lot of fun. And a constant guest on our podcast. We'll need to get Juker back for some more stuff with Lofi, their wonderful corgi. And have a good night.